this is Heidi with Kiddos Corral, and I start all of my videos that way. And if you're new to Kiddos Corral, welcome. Today I'm going to be sharing a 4th of July easy blueberry lemon cake. Now, if you guys are connected to me on Instagram, you guys would have seen that Lucas actually made, which is my oldest son if you don't know, actually made this recipe, and it was so good I was like, I'm going to share that with my subscribers because it was delicious. So I'm going to show you real quickly. The first thing you need to do is you need to buy yourself a lemon supreme cake. It doesn't have to be this brand, but a lemon cake mix, just a box cake mix. And you're going to follow the directions on the back just to make the batter as if you were just going to prepare it according to the directions here. So my cake mix calls for 3 eggs, oil and water, and I'm going to go ahead and get that started in my standing mixer. You can do this by hand if you prefer. I like to always start with my eggs and get those kind of going first. And I'm just going to put my flat beater paddle on, I think. There we go. And I'm just going to start mixing these and get my water and my oil. In goes my oil. In goes my water. And then I'm going to turn this off for just a moment. And you always want to start with your wet ingredients before your dry ingredients. Otherwise, when you turn your mixer on, it's just going to go poof. And you're going to have flour and cake mixed everywhere. So always start with the wet ingredients first. That cake mix smells so good. All right, we're gonna get this mixed up, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got my batter all mixed, and I've got it on standby, and I've got a small container of blueberries that I have washed, and they've been patiently awaiting for me to film this video. What you want to do is you want to coat the blueberries with a little bit of flour, and this will ensure that your blueberries will not sink to the bottom of your cake mix when you combine those and they bake up. So I add a little bit of flour to these. If your blueberries aren't real sweet, you can add a little bit of sugar to them as well, but mine are pretty ripe and pretty ready, so I'm just going to add just a little bit more flour. You just want to make sure that your blueberries are coated. Then I'm going to pull my batter over here and make sure you guys can see. And I'm going to put all of this blueberries right into the cake mix. Just like that. And you just want to fold it in to the cake mix. You don't want to over mix. You don't need to. Just want them in there. Okay. Now I have a 9x13 glass pan. You do not have to use glass. If you have a metal pan, you can use metal, whatever you have. You can do rounds if you prefer. I just like keeping things simple, and this pan has a lid, and so if I need to take this somewhere, I can just put the lid on it and be able to take it to someone's house or a picnic or whatever, and I love that. So I'm going to coat this thoroughly. There we go. And then I'm going to pour all of my cake batter right into the pan. Now I have my oven preheated according to box directions, 350 degrees. This is baking a 9 by 13. It says 32 to 35 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. Usually you can tell when a cake is done because it'll pull away from the sides a bit. And if you touch the top and it springs back, you know that you have a finished product. Now, just want to spread this out, just like that. Make sure I get all that cake mix in there. I'm going to pop this in the oven, and when it's done and it is cooled completely, I'm going to show you guys how to make a delicious, delicious frosting for the top of this cake. That really makes it. Okay, I just removed the cake out of the oven. It's all done. It is perfect, and the house smells so delicious right now. It's kind of making me a little hungry with a sweet tooth. I am going to let this cool completely, because if you don't wait to put the icing or the glaze on the top of this cake, it will all melt off and it won't be as aesthetically pretty. But if you can't wait, you can put the icing on and just go ahead and serve it. But I will tell you, it's worth waiting for. Let it cool completely, and then I'm going to show you guys what I do to make an icing. Okay, it is time to start making the glaze for the cake. You're looking down in my little mixing bowl. I'm going to start out with about a cup of powdered sugar. Now, depending on how thick you want this or how thin you want it, there's not really a precise measurement other than I start out with a cup of powdered sugar. Now I add in just a little bit of lemon juice. Now if you have a fresh lemon, like a real lemon, I suggest you use that, because it obviously, I think it tastes a lot better, but I'm just using some lemon juice that I have here on hand. It gives it a really good fresh flavor, and I get that started. And then I add in a little bit of milk. Now if you get it too runny, you can add more powdered sugar, and then of course that's going to loosen it, you know, thicken it up. Or vice versa, you add more liquid if you get it too thick. You get it. So I kind of like it about there. You see where it's runny, but yet it's still thick enough to be a glaze. Now I can add a little bit more powdered sugar to this. I'll probably make it just a little bit thicker. Not much. It actually is pretty good at where it's at. Powdered sugar, when you mix it with stuff, it just kind of melts. So depending on how thick you want it, you need to, you know, keep an eye on your consistency here. So I'm going to move my cake forward. It's already cooled. I think you guys can see it okay. Maybe if I move it sideways. There we go. Now you can see it. And I'm going to get a spatula. Get rid of this whisk. And all I want to do is drizzle this all over the top of the cake. And it's not about perfection, because you're going to cut it and it's going to look good, it's going to taste good. I like this cake, especially around this time of year, because it's really fresh tasting. I love the lemon and the blueberry together. There we go. And you can serve this with a little bit of whipped topping, some vanilla ice cream, or just as it is. And so let's get this a little slice. I'm dying to try it. Let me get a plate. There we go. There is our lemon blueberry cake with glaze. Delicious. I cannot wait to dive in. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so, and I will be talking to you all again soon. Bye-bye.